Let's kick off with the first slide. Data released over the European session. What's caught your attention this morning?
Okay, well, the first data I was really out of Japan yesterday, in fact, but GDP numbers for Q3, and the key here was that the Japanese economy has shrunk for a second quarter in a row. If the size of the GDP fell by 0.8%, as I say, two negative numbers or two reductions in GDP in a row constitutes a technical recession. So Japan finds itself back in just that situation.
Yep.
Then coming over to Europe, some slightly better news as far as inflation and economic growth was concerned. For the Eurozone, we had several measures of inflation out today for October. We look here at core CPI, Consumer Price Index, and here the year-on-year level, and actually it came in modestly ahead of forecast, so it came in at plus 1.1%. Forecast was for plus 1% even, so I suppose the ECB can look reasonably...
Pat themselves on the back?
Well, they are, but I must say I am increasingly sceptical of some of this data because I don't see where these price rises are coming from. If you look around at individual countries, inflation reads, maybe, I'm not saying they don't stack up, but it's hard to see where exactly the data is coming from.
Understood.
And then in terms of the UK, we had the Rightmove House Price Index for November. The data was mixed. House prices fell 1.3% on average over the course of November on a month-on-month standalone basis, but if you look at the year-on-year number, then they rose 6.2% across the country. So I know that there's been talk of sharp drops in prices for the very biggest and best of London properties. Maybe that's reflected in that slight dip there, but for the country as a whole, prices are still moving in the right direction at a decent click.
Understood. The week ahead?
Okay, yeah, quite a bit of European data out starting tomorrow with trade balance for Italy, followed by UK PPI, Producer Price Index, and Consumer Price Index data for October, so more inflation data, which obviously the Bank of England and interest rate watchers will be paying close attention to. Then we also have the ZEW surveys for both Germany and the Eurozone, so we'll be looking at current conditions and economic sentiment for both of those economies. Thursday, back to the UK for retail sales for October, and quite an important day as far as Asian markets are concerned, because on Thursday we've also got the Bank of Japan's interest rate decision.
Understood.